Hey, everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to the chat, man. Either or, man. You can either jump in, give us a call, or be on the chat. Don't matter. I got some music right now, till we get some more, I guess, going. So Diesel, you see that? That right there, perfect. That's your face detection.
Ricky, you're so loud that I don't even have my headphones on and I can hear like everything.
You see him? I'm so loud.
Yeah, I don't have my headphones on and I can hear like just fine. Mayday, mayday.
Is anybody else joining or no?
So I was waiting for that one guy, but I think he's busy at work. He might join later. I'm trying to see if Danny wants to join.
Yeah, see if you definitely.
Who's the one that I was supposed to debate on Black Lives Matter? About Black Lives Matter?
I don't know. I know heavy.
Yeah, that is Dominic, but he's not. He messaged that he's working, so he probably won't show up.
Oh my gosh, I could have turned the volume down. You're so good. It's like
That looks good.
you're shouting.
Oh, does he work with you, Dominic?
No, he's resident of Tacoma, Washington. We met a long time ago when we got a vehicle for my wife. So that's perfect, bro.
I put a little effect in it. Maybe look a little chocolate, a little brown.
That's cool, yeah. We got this. You want to move back? You want to move back towards your? And can you give me more light on your camera? Yeah, perfect. I got you. There we go. We're going. What's going on, guys? What we doing? What's going on? What's going on? Everybody feeling good? Uh,
Went on a nice little walk.
I'm just finishing a couple, last minute touches. We're looking great. That's just great. So, guys, it's Wednesday today, yeah?
Wednesday, hump day.
Hump day. Perfect. Danny's not coming. He's got things to do.
How you do?
Let me put the phone number.
I'm talking shit on all three of these. I'm afraid of Diesel. They know Diesel was going to show up.
Haha.
They knew I was going to show up, and I was going to call their BS. It don't matter if they was on Lisa's side. I was calling BS today. I was ready. Heavy Water, he was in that chat. He was in that chat, loving that chat. Wasn't he?
But last night on the Call of Duty, Heavy Water dissed me. He said he's back on Team Diesel.
Yeah, that's right.
I may have been half asleep, Heavy Water, but I remember that. That hurt just a skosh.
I mean, you never leave Diesel.
There were a lot of things happening yesterday. You know, at least I got banned for the chat for like 10 minutes.
Oh, that thing still shows up.
I don't even know what I did, but I was watching TV. I was sleeping and watching the Call of Duty.
What happened, Lisa? I want to know what happened.
I don't recall everything. I can't hear everything. Say something, Ricky. I couldn't hear you. Did you not speak?
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes. Okay. And yeah. I don't remember everything. You guys know I'm on a whole different time zone. So I was like sleep, trying to hang with my BFFs, trying to hang with the boys, and I don't know. I think I mentioned something about Amerigo Vespucci. I think I did mention Amerigo Vespucci. I don't know why I mentioned Amerigo Vespucci.
You pissed them off.
Amerigo Vespucci?
No, when you mentioned, hold on, let me fix my camera. When you mentioned whoever you mentioned, you pissed them off, huh?
Why would anybody be mad about Amerigo Vespucci?
I don't know. Why is he back on my side?
I don't know what happened.
Did he?
I don't know.
It was something, it was something.
No,
Let's start the podcast. I want to talk about this.
I think I mentioned something about you farting or your name is fart or something.
Yeah, it was last night. People were talking about shit. So we're gonna start the podcast. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go. Where we at? Right here. What's going on? What's going on, my sexy YouTubers, and welcome back to RickyTube365. My name is Rick, and this is your channel, guys. So today, with me, Diesel, and Lisa. Guys, what is going on? I think Diesel is frozen or something. So this will be a good time to take a screen capture, take a picture. He's probably still working on his camera. So,
Damn, you gonna get me like that?
I don't know, bro. It's you. This is you.
He's voguing. He's striking a pose.
It's a victory pose. That's a victory pose. All right.
Well, you gotta win something.
Yesterday,
You won your wife, so you won it all.
What?
There you go.
First of all,
There you go.
First of all, don't be a sore loser. All right. I want you to look at this picture on right now. Look at this picture. Do you see the conviction in my eyes? Do you see the conviction in my eyes?
No, because I told you I like to stare at myself, so I'm not looking at you at all.
Well,
You want me to switch the view?
You know who is looking at me? You know who is looking at me? Some sexy YouTube. The sexy YouTubers is looking at me.
Okay. Well,
Now-
what
now
exactly did you
I'm pulling back
win?
up.
What
Oh, we
is
got
the
you back. We got you
victory
back.
for?
Now I'm pulling it back up. Oh damn, what's all this?
No, stay where you are. Stay where you are. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Take all that off.
Got you.
So is there like a button?
Stay where you are. Don't worry. There we go. So everything else that we see on the camera on the back, like around you, are the settings for your camera. So you need to turn them off.
How the hell I do that, man? All right.
Click on display on the camera.
Okay, yeah. This
Yeah.
button. The camera ain't facing me, so hopefully this is.
No, just stand up and look at the camera so you can see. There we go. Right there. One more.
There it is.
Get up,
One more.
stand up.
Right there. Oh, you almost got it. Right there. So the focus is on A. You gotta do it one more time. Hey, stand up. Go do it from the back of the camera, man.
Oh, press the display one more time from the back.
Yeah, so you can see what's going on.
Look at this. This is podcast. This is year
This is
one.
live, baby. This is live.
This is year one.
Way to mess things up.
Wow. Well, you know what? While I'm doing this, you can go ahead and talk about your loss.
I didn't lose anything.
What you mean? You ain't lose nothing. I want to know what you mean. you
Nope. I thought about it and I couldn't think of anything I lost.
So you had a conversation yesterday, right? Correct.
I had lots of conversations. Can you be
Okay.
more specific?
You know what? I'm gonna say you had a conversation yesterday, correct?
I had lots of conversations. Can you narrow it down just a scotch?
All right. First of all, we're not gonna start this podcast that y'all talking about me going, my diesel fecal, whatever the hell y'all was talking about yesterday. Y'all disgusting. Y'all need Jesus. Rick, you gotta say something, man.
I'm about to show you guys something. So right on my own, because I'm on my own planet. So
What?
if you look at the screen, on the video on YouTube, you will see that one of my colleagues from Facebook, I'm not gonna mention his name. Hopefully you guys cannot identify him or whatever. So he put this thing on Facebook, and he says, and I quote, this is why replying and posting memes is so dangerous on social media. He puts he reply, he posted something that says, just thinking about it, for $20 have caused other people's kill and catastrophic chaos. Hashtag George Floyd. Well, so from the this is when I come and, hey baby, and this is when I come here, and then I thinking, probably from your point of view, you see this way. From my point of view, as a law-abiding citizen, as a Christian, as somebody that respect the laws of America, somebody that is trying to always do the right thing, I see it the other way. It's like, damn, what caused this individual to do this, to be on that position on that day, what kind of events led to that moment, and then you can see it from the other way. Oh man, $20 is there's no amount of money in the world to cover, what happened to George Floyd. Of course, nobody deserves to be on that position. But like we saw, in addition to that officer having his knee on this individual's neck, he was also high on drugs. Maybe he wasn't drug, maybe he survived, or maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I
It's
don't like doing that though. That officer was in the wrong. So I don't like doing that.
one hundred
But
percent.
but I also don't believe that one guy. Well, there was 4 officers there, so 4 people doing something wrong. If you are a reasonable and rational individual, you would not go out and you know kill people, commit crimes, loot, riot. That's not how that's not human like. That's more Neanderthal like.
Why wouldn't you loot and do all that stuff? Why?
Because I am a mature adult who is rational,
That's not
reasonable. I have the ability to think things out, think things through. Um, yeah. So my brain doesn't say, "Wow, this person was killed in such a horrible manner. Uh, must go and destroy the world." My mind doesn't work that way.
All I'm saying is that wasn't what you were saying pre-production today about being mature.
Oh, God, I didn't want to use my green screen.
There we go.
So all I'm saying, no.
When my new camera comes in, then I'll use my green screen.
No. So I'm saying for the masses. So for the people, just because you see it to be barbaric, why are you placing what you see upon what they're doing?
It is it is barbaric.
By the definition, it is barbaric. Is that what you're trying to say?
It is that behavior is not civilized.
Okay. What is civilized? What is it to be civilized? Because in most civilizations, you have riots. So what are we talking about?
So what's civilized is to express yourself in a non-violent way,
Oh, maybe.
a non burning down the place way.
What?
That is how you can express yourself
So,
in a civilized manner.
so once again, I watched the Disney. It's not Disney, but Disney owns the rights, I guess. Whatever. It's called Alexander Hamilton.
You're hanging your hat on a production on a play.
Well,
On a Disney movie. It's a Disney movie. It's a Disney
Before
movie.
you begin,
Hold up, let me-
just
go ahead, let me
remember
go.
you're hanging your hat on a play.
First of all, so they have actual stuff in it. They had the 10-page standoff. So when you had a disagreement with somebody, you would go ahead and turn around, do 10 paces, turn around and shoot. In that time, that was a civilized action.
Let me put your Diesel 1 second. Let me add you. I know you wanna. You need this. Go ahead, bro. I got you your background music now.
You got me, Alexander. Go ahead, say it. Let me go.
So in the so you're saying that the people
Listen, all I'm saying.
America of today has not evolved emotionally, mentally, in any form or fashion since the 1700s. That's what you're trying to say.
So what I'm saying is, time, each method. All right, you may say something is not civilized,
It's not.
but you're doing it only from your bubble of North Carolina. So I'm not,
North Carolina.
hey, look, I had
I
a
was born
conversation.
in a big city. I just want to let you know.
I had a conversation because it kind of disturbed me when we I would listen back to the podcast. It kind of disturbed me on what you were saying. Oh, you New Yorkers, and I was like, where is this coming from? Like, I have never, and it's not just you. Majority of people from the South, they say a lot of things about New Yorkers because they come off brash, they come off whatever. And I want to feel that you guys, not you guys, but people put their emotions and they put their own images on people and say, well, this is what I think of that. When in actuality, it's not really what that is. It's a bunch of fucking punks trying to get rich, right? If I go into Target, I'm they stealing big screen TV so they can get that money back. Maybe they didn't have it. Maybe that's what they think is the American dream to them. That's why drug dealers sell drugs. Like, you can say, some people say drug dealers are uncivilized, but when you really look at it, like, what's the you know what's the real end game of this?
Yeah, you can. I don't think this.
So
I don't think that we should put the that kind of low. I mean, drug dealers are the lowest of the lowest in the United States. Because they're corrupt our children, they're corrupt our cities. I mean, they're destroying America.
I agree. I
So
agree that
so they should not be putting the same
I agree
content of the
no,
American dream.
I agree that
no, because
I
even
agree.
drug dealers
I listen.
have become civilized. That's why
You
you
talking
have
about the
dispensaries.
you talk about yeah. But hold on. I was even going to
So
go further. I was
I'm
even
just
going to go
saying
further.
that
I was
even
even
they're
going to go
civilized
further.
now.
I was even going to go further. Drug dealers can be doctors because they are told to peddle this type of drug so they can get money off the side.
You
So
got
what
you
I'm
got
saying
it.
that those are drug dealers. Those
They
are
are. They are.
civilized
You are
drug dealers.
correct.
But
So
Diesel, back to your point though about they just wanted to get rich, they just wanted to get a TV. Can you explain to me what money and what TVs were at, police station that was burned down?
hell no, I can't explain that shit. That's called
Because
ignorance.
it's not civilized behavior.
That's called
It's
ignorance. I
not
can't
civilized
explain that.
behavior.
I can't explain that. Hey, it's certain things I'm willing to go ahead and die on in sword for, but that I I still want to say it may be civilized behavior because um people have been tired, bro. They've been tired and they wanted to get heard, and they may feel that was the only way to get heard by doing that.
Mm.
And it might be. And
Do you
a
think
lot
you're
of
telling me that this is the only? I mean, that's it. I mean, I disagree with you 100%.
you could disagree. That's what
Man.
that's why we're here. But we could disagree, but a lot of people think like, hey, this is the only way I'm gonna get heard. Let me just wreck shit. Some people really want to get like a difference and make a difference in the world, and some people just want to watch it burn. That's exactly how it is, and that's that Joker reference from Dark Knight, by the way, Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. So if you, I mean, if you hate America so bad, I'm not saying you need. I'm not saying go back to your country at all. But if you hate America so bad, if you hate the United States, what are you doing in the United States? You are free to go anywhere you want. As an American citizen. Well, one second. Talking about American people, people that are here legally, people that have that benefits, I mean, you have the benefit to go anywhere in the world. Why staying here if you feel so oppressed that you cannot wake up in the morning and then just have a cup of coffee at Starbucks, with your or your chai latte, Come on. I mean, I think it's ridiculous that people only way to be heard is by looting Target and stealing TVs.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why people don't want to. It's easy like this. When you're in the shits, you talk about how the grass is always greener on the other side. When before I traveled and all that stuff, I didn't care about no America. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, America is the word, da 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 da. Until you go to a third world country and you're seeing that they're bathing, meaning they're jumping in the river and also using the river to drink their, like, it's not a river, it's literally like a stagnant lake in Iraq. They're jumping and bathing in that, cleaning themselves, but also drinking the water and using it in little Coca-Cola bottles because that's the only form of water from miles away. Then you start to have a second coming. You start to see things in a different light. A lot of Americans have not seen a different light. All they see is what media has presented to them.
Let me show you guys a video real quick. I want you guys, you probably guys seen this video so many times,
I'm still working this thing, by the way.
yeah, I know you guys seen this video so many times, but I'm gonna play this video one more time. So what is going on?
Whatever.
Sound mixer. Oh no, it's my sound mixer. That's what I was looking for. I'm trying to deal. So people are saying now you haven't seen anything else other than what you like the boundaries that we're that we have, either family, school, or location. So I mean, I got Morgan Freeman right here.
When we don't have such a vast chasm between the haves and the have-nots, we need that middle ground that we call the middle class, the people who buy everything, people who use the products that the rich are creating,
Heavy
if they're
water.
creating anything.
How about you get into the chat?
Right?
You work.
So it's what's happening with the Chinese economy right now. They're changing their whole outlook because they need consumers. It's kind of like religion to me. It's a good excuse for not getting there.
You know, I said
It's
Listen to this.
kind of like religion.
part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't or
Today?
cannot. Yeah,
No,
you don't.
no, I don't. Hey, you and I, we're proof.
Yeah.
And without a middle class, you're not going to have consumers. You're not going to have it at the level that we normally would have it.
So can I go back to, because I thought what you said was fascinating, because you called it bull when you said people can't pull themselves up. Do you think that race plays a part in wealth distribution, or either a mindset that you can't
Today?
or cannot? Yeah,
No,
you don't.
no, I don't. Hey, you and I, we're proof. Why would race have anything to do with it? Put your mind to what you want to do and go for that. It's kind of like religion to me. It's a good excuse for not getting there.
Yeah. I said.
I just wanted to show you this. If there's anything that you want me to show, just let me know. So the point that Morgan Freeman makes right here is that is all these things that we are finding on the road, on our road of life, is just excuses. You wake up in the morning, you pull your iPhone, you go to Instagram, social engineering. Instagram is telling you 24/7 you are less than the white man. If you go to Facebook, the same shit. You go to YouTube, everybody that you're watching on YouTube, you're less than the other person. You're less. You need reparations. You need this. When in reality, we have people that are making, center platform on the biggest stages in the world, that are African Americans, and this right here is a good example, Morgan Freeman. Another excuse. So we need to find a way to get Black and Hispanics, well, not Hispanics, because now, with the 18% that we have, with the 18%, the biggest majority, the biggest minority. I love it.
Oh my God. Here we go.
I'm telling you.
Love rubbing
who told
it
them
in
that?
our face.
Well, somebody gonna.
It's the truth. You could on the census.gov, Black people are no longer number 2 because we can't act right, so we're now number.
No, who brought that to his attention?
Oh, I want to bring it up.
Unfortunately, I did, and he hasn't
Oh
said
my
it. So
gosh.
Because I was trying to make a point about
So-
how Black people are being phased out.
So
and I had to show the numbers.
So why you
He
think?
just won't let it go.
Why you think that the how you call it, politicians are not more hands-on with these riots and all this George Floyd movement and all these Black Lives Matters? Why you think they're not like investing their time? Only the ones that are desperate to win. Joe Biden, but Trump, he knows, he understands numbers. He don't need the black vote. He do not need the black vote to win. He just need Caucasians and Hispanics. And he's doing it, man. He got a whole bunch of thing on Hispanic for Trumps. They're putting millions of dollars. I'm telling you, my Instagram, that's one of the reasons why I don't check my Instagram. Because every 2 ads, Hispanic for Trumps, We're gonna send you a free shirt, Hispanic for Trump, new shirt. You know, I'm like, damn, it's the facts, man.
How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel as an individual aware that my brothers and sisters voices will no longer be heard because they're too focused on looting, rioting, and funding Planned Parenthood, which is the biggest mistake in the United States history. You know, and history will tell about it. You know, that's why numbers are down. You know, 13%, and in 4 years it's gonna be under 10, and before that nobody cares.
Because
And then we already
like
raised the
I
history.
said, black people are being
Erased.
phased out.
Yeah, and then we took all the Confederate flags and all the history behind. You know, remember, you only get 1 February a year. Yeah, 1 February for Black History Month. Before you know it, gone.
I am black and important every single day. I don't need a month. How you gonna reduce me to the shortest month of the year? No, y'all can keep Black History Month. I don't celebrate Black History Month. I am black and important
Every day.
single
Every day. Every day. It's crazy, man. I will say my generation will see, and my daughter's generation will see the importance of being Black American, but I don't know. Look at the NBA. Look at the NBA when Michael Jordan times. You know, it was a bunch of you know, it was balanced. You know, then it got to a moment where Black Americans peak on sports, and then if you start looking at sports right now, they're declining. Why? Because there's no many of them. You know, out there. You know, so it's the whole thing about phasing out. And guess what? The Democratic Party, you know, they love to fund Planned Parenthood. You know, they love Planned Parenthood. You know, this is the same people that bring you what's the name of this guy? Jim Crow. That's the plan. That's the party of Jim Crow, the party of slavery, the party of Planned Parenthood. Amen, bro. I'm telling you. Keep voting Democrat. All I'm saying. All I'm saying.
Well, I mean, I like to stay flexible with my politics, but I'm absolutely,
Right.
without a doubt, not voting for Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a racist. Joe Biden doesn't think of black people as people. He thinks of black people as black. Think about what I just said.
Makes sense, you know. It's sad, very sad.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. If we ask the Hispanics to come help us to show us the way.
What this is not happening.
That is not the way.
It's not happening. It's not happening. Let me tell you something. It's not happening. And then I don't know if you know, but I know a bunch. I mean, go to TikTok, okay? And you will see on TikTok. I got you. You will see on TikTok every single day somebody else, some Hispanic guy, you know, posts up on TikTok and he's like, you know, I want to talk, and then he start talking Spanish. And the first thing that he says is, just think about it, you know, we are out there on the street supporting, you know, our brothers and sisters. Are they gonna do the same for you? You know, and then they show the face of that soldier that got killed for Hood, you know, murder, you know, and then they show the riots for George Floyd, and they show the 200, 300 people that goes to the rally for that young girl. So Hispanics are aware that why are we stretching our hands, you know, to help these people to the extent that we are helping them, you know, riot for their cause, being up 3 o'clock in the morning, looting, burning, you know, being
It's
you know.
not just black people that was looting and burning.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about Hispanics. You know, we're out there through the you know, late at night looting, doing whatever, and then are they gonna do the same for us? How many people went to those riots for Hood? I don't saw nobody. I don't saw no Black Lives Matters. I can tell that Black Lives Matter sent over $30 million to Joe Biden. You know, on otherwise the Democrat, you know, they send more money to what's the name of the other guy? The older guy, the one who's about to die. Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
He's
not
about to
about
die.
to die. He's about to be president by proxy.
Yeah, president by proxy. That could be too. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I mean, where's your camera? Where you standing with your camera, man?
I think I got it.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, there's so many things out there that are, that I see that continue to get me out. That it's just not. Are we gonna talk about this Black Jesus thing? I can see. I keep seeing everywhere. Black Jesus. Jesus was black.
Oh.
So you know what? I know somebody.
I debunked that. That was my Danielle down from a couple of weeks ago.
I know somebody that died. He was on an operating table and he was dead for like 11 minutes. And then he got back to life. And then he always got that question if Jesus was black or white, And then, so he was under the knife on the table. He died for over, I think, 11 minutes. And when he got back, they processed, they did everything they need to do. And the first thing he said to the family is like, I went to heaven. And then I met the pearly gates, St. Peter was there, yeah? And he was like, hey, St. Peter, I want to know if Jesus is black or white. And then at that same moment, Jesus passed by and he was like, hey, buenos dias.
Oh, my.
Yeah. I was like, I'm telling you, 13%, bro. 18%.
You're so stupid.
It happens.
You're so stupid.
Yeah.
I can't believe you said that.
Yeah. 11 minutes.
Say something like that, bro.
Yeah. He was like, buenos dias. And I mean,
Buenos dias.
He don't say nothing else, He was just like the greeting of the day.
Oh my gosh.
And now he's trying to be politically correct right now. So he. Hey, look, man. Hold on. I'm making sure that when I hit display.
So, as you know, Ricky.
Yeah.
Jesus Christos is a Middle Eastern gentleman, right?
Yeah.
Who?
Jesus Christos.
She got it. Yeah.
Okay.
He's a Middle Eastern gentleman. So he is not white, but he's definitely not black. So.
Hey, Middle Eastern got that melanin, baby.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
All right, man.
That is exclusive. That is exclusive to black people. Why are you trying to spread the one thing that is exclusive to us? Can we not have? Can we not keep something? Dang, Diesel.
Dumb, man. I'm dumb.
That is how you and I are both black, but we're
UNITY.
But we're different shades.
That's a pigment on the skin. Cool.
Yeah,
right, but,
pigment,
but
man.
that one thing that's
You know what I'm saying? The thing you lack right now. You don't got no pigment. That's why you be burning out there.
That's true.
I do have pigment. I put it on. The color is fawn.
She got the fawn color on.
Thank you very much.
Although this is so retarded. I really want to take all this stuff off.
So what else do we got going on?
I want to know what's going on with the Redskins. They're about to become the I don't know, the transgenders or something. They're changing their name. They're trying to be all inclusive. What are they gonna call them?
Are they really gonna be the transgender?
That's gonna be the name of the team, the transgenders, or maybe they're gonna call him the. I don't know.
You're joking.
I don't know. I think I saw the conservative twins, and they were like, I don't know for them.
Look, man. Do you agree or disagree that they should have not been named the Redskins?
They were first of all, they were named the Redskins in honor of someone, and if that person approves of it, then who cares what anybody else thinks?
I'm asking you. You know what I'm saying? Because you had your, you know what I'm saying? You had your time in the sun.
I think that stuff like that is very trivial, and if you have such a strong reaction, you are hypersensitive.
I agree.
Let me show you this video real quick.
They was called the Washington niggas or something.
I'm serious.
They were seen as warriors. I mean, if you're on a football team, you will be seen as a warrior. That's why they came up with that name. It wasn't to mock or belittle any race. Y'all act like they was called the Washington niggas or something. Right?
Or the Washington Coons.
Yeah, see, those were disparaging names.
Yeah, that they even call me.
Right?
Nobody says anything about that.
Right? And on the helmet, they got like a dude in blackface.
Yeah, that's disparaging.
What's so disparaging about the Redskins?
If that's disparaging, is the Dallas Cowboys America's team? Are they gonna have to get rid of their name? Is Cowboys disparaging to Texans?
I mean, if I was going into war, I think I would go with the Cowboys killed all the Indians. Huh?
Jesus Christ. And yes, the Cowboys kill all the Indians. So that's where we are with this shit right now. Lisa, you're frozen too. Now, what's going on?
I'm frozen.
Yeah, Diesel's still trying to fix his camera. You know, that's
How am I
what.
frozen?
That's one thing, you know. I seen this. The Redskins, you know, little picture. They have a cross, you know, like a no Redskins kind of type deal. And I'm like, why are we doing this? You know, why are we doing this? This right here, I'm like, it's ridiculous. You know,
Do you think it's like a distraction?
it's just another tool that could be a distraction. Could be, you know. I don't know what happened. What's happening on there, you know?
Because that information I gave y'all about the master and all that stuff, I was just giving y'all the information. But I believe it's a cracker shit. Like y'all bringing all that stuff up now, and it's obvious that you want to still pander and cater to the black race. Say you're dealing I don't know how.
Redskins aren't of the black race.
I don't know how. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the topic I brought up last week
Oh.
with the master thing. Master bedroom, master and slave.
Yeah, I don't
But
see
didn't
that.
you have a problem with that though? Weren't you being a little hypersensitive?
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, it's I mean, that's another tactic, you know. It's like Juneteenth, you know. Who knew about Juneteenth until this year of the masses? Nobody.
Hey, I did.
Not fucking body, you know. But then social media pushes to you, you know, through the social engineering, and now everybody's like, "Oh Jesus," you know. Let's sing the Black National Anthem on the first game of the NFL. What's next, you know? I'm telling you, it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
Well, I'm a Carolina Panther fan because I have to root for the home team. But if Washington changes their team name to the Lightskins, I will jump ship. I will be rooting for the Washington Lightskins.
What?
Light skinned because I'm light skinned.
You're not light skinned.
I am light skinned.
My bad. You saw how easy that was?
You know, changing the topic, you know, a little bit from politics into the military side of the house. I got something on the background here. Making history, the 633rd SFS welcomes the first female African American commander. So this is big time. So congratulations.
Hey, congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. So U.S. Air Force Major Lydia Iyasu, 633rd Security Forces Squadron Commanders, grips the Guidon. Love the Guidon, you know, got a bunch of streamers. As she assumes command of the 633rd SFS, John Base Louis Langley, Eustis, Virginia. You know, Fort Eustis is amazing, you know. I did enjoy being over there.
Oh, I think that's where I think I'm over there by that.
Yeah, you are. So here are the pictures. I'm gonna show. This is the first picture of her assuming command. This is.
Do you salute a commander?
Yes. She is kind of short, as we can see, you know, but she's packing a punch.
Did I do it right, Diesel?
Look at
Oh
that.
my gosh! If you don't look up a YouTube video on how to salute,
Look at that right there. Boom.
Like,
Good job. She is a mayor.
you can't see my,
So good job,
you can't
Commander.
see my thumb.
Oh, it's pretty good. Hey, let me play a little bit of this video because I don't think Diesel you were listening to it.
I think a cowboy. I think somebody just. What's wrong with you? Man, what's wrong with you, man?
What he did?
The camera's rolling. I mean, what are you gonna change it to? It better not be no progressive feminine name.
It better be something like, oh, man, what's a good name,
They
man?
gonna come
They
out-
just ruined our
the greatest. You know what it is? Why they changed the name? They're looking for equality. They're gonna-
Equality?
Yeah, they're gonna change the name to the Washington Transgenders. See, that's what's happening. You got to get equality in there.
Shit, man. This is fucking. These guys are fucking hilarious. I'm gonna start doing a show like this. I'm telling you, this is just epic. Shit. But anyway, guys, we are in this problem right.
Oh my gosh. I never
know.
know what they're talking about because I can only think about naughty things.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's what we gave Diesel. Let me see. Are you there? Yeah. You don't have no light today, Liz Diesel? That ring light?
you want room light?
Yeah, no, the ring light.
I'm messing all the way up. Hold on. It's burning.
Dang, it's not working. It's the camera, bro. No worries.
No,
Oh, there
no,
you
no,
go.
no.
Yeah, you go there.
I get it. I can put the room light on.
So what else we got going on today, guys? What you guys want to talk about today?
Hey, I want to know. Hey, y'all not gonna get away from the topic when you and your boy was talking about me in the chat. I want to know what happened. I want to know.
Well, this isn't the Diesel show. So moving on.
No, I mean, I know Heavy Waters. He's on the fun, Hey, Heavy Waters, call the show because we definitely want to hear your boys today.
Yeah, I want to know.
520-261-7246.
I want to know.
I'm waiting for you.
And when he calls it, before he calls the show, I want to know what happened.
Yeah.
I
So
was half asleep. I'm not really too sure. I can remember bits and pieces.
I know I went last night. I started streaming as I was playing my game.
Talk. Go ahead.
And
boy.
then I don't know where Heavy Waters, well, I didn't saw Heavy Waters, I just saw the wrench, like an admin jump into the chat, start talking. Then I realized, oh, Heavy Water, he's here, he's gonna take care of, the whatever comments, before I knew it, he deleted Lisa, But anyway, that's not the case.
I don't know.
The case is that I had to make Lisa an admin because, so they can, they cannot be blocking each other. But no, man.
Why would he block you, Lisa?
I don't know,
I
bro.
don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't say anything that I wouldn't say any other time.
Yeah.
What you say?
I don't
Tell
say
me what
bad
you said, man.
words.
I know that
I don't know.
somebody mentioned something about your farts, man,
All right. Let's talk about this. All right, Lisa. Talk about.
Are we
Let's
really
talk
going
about-
to spend the time
know-
of the show
Yeah.
talking about Diesel's
You
fart?
really
Yeah.
brought
That's really
it
the
up.
best use of our time.
You literally brought
Let's
it up.
think about it, fellas. Let's
Yeah,
think about it.
Yeah. You brought it up. So
Hey,
I
Heavy
didn't
Waters,
bring
call
it
the
up.
show, man. Call
You
the
brought
show.
it up.
520-261-7246.
called the show because I am highly disappointed in my co-host.
We're not
I would
listening to we're not
rather-
reading the chat.
I would rather talk about something a little bit more constructive
My
than
co-host.
fart.
Look, I'm disappointed in my co-host. I'm so disappointed in my co-host right now.
Well, it's a good thing that I don't give a darn.
So, but let me show you something. One of the
My car, they just illegally entered my
I did that research on the Black Lives Matter because I was supposed to debate Homeboy who chickened out, and I have some bombshell information.
All right, tell me.
Give me
what-
1 second. Give me 1 second. Hey, let me get somebody. Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. I'm sorry, what I'm doing. Heavy Water's on the line. So Heavy Water, what's going on? First time calling, huh? Long time listener.
water.
Heavy water, you there? 1 second, heavy
Yeah,
water.
can you hear me?
I can hear you now, bro. What's going
Hello?
on? Is this heavy water?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah.
You can or you cannot?
Yes, we can. Talk to us.
Oh, well, good. Okay, all right. So we're backing out. So I put Lisa on timeout because she was talking dirty, and I felt like she needed to cool down a little bit. But it was a joke. I would never mess with her if it was one of your more serious shows. But since it was a game night, I would never mess with her if it was one of your more serious shows. Since it was a game night, I was feeling sassy.
Hey, Lisa, you know
But
what's
I
your
didn't
comeback?
say,
That's
hold
what
on,
she's supposed
but
to
I
do.
didn't say anything that was
Mhm.
overly provocative. I made jokes.
No, not at all. I was joking. I was joking just like you were. We were joking back and forth. So it wasn't. I wasn't serious. I'm more like let people say what they want to say, and unless it's like Ricky, when people are disrespectful to him, I see that he wants them out. So like that would be where I jump in. But I don't care what people talk about. I was just joking.
So
I think that I say more provocative stuff on this show than I did last night. I think I said,
Hey.
I don't remember what you're talking about, but I think I just did a one-liner, hot.
So what
And
I
then-
heard.
Oh
Another
yeah, no,
one-liner.
I was just joking. No.
I didn't say anything provocative.
Hey, so I'm gonna say something, Ricky. What I heard is Heavy Water told her she's on timeout, and Heavy Water put his foot down, and she listened. That's what I heard.
That's the same thing I
I
heard.
didn't have,
Same
I
thing,
didn't
yeah.
have a choice to
That's
listen.
right.
I appreciate.
I didn't have a
appreciate it.
choice because
I
I was in
appreciate it.
timeout. I wasn't able
Hey,
to
hey,
respond.
Heavy. Hey,
So
Heavy.
it wasn't like he put me in my place.
Salute.
Like I bowed down to him. I didn't have a
Salute,
choice.
Heavy.
The system
Salute,
doesn't
Heavy.
allow me to chat.
And we also want to thank you for the sponsorship. You know what I'm saying? Salute. If you want to delete her, if you want to cancel, is this cancel Lisa season?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
You know, we can probably open open one of those, you know, non-profit organizations like Black Lives Matters. Cancel Lisa before we know it. We got the money.
We got the money, Lisa. Hey,
But
it's for a good cause. Black Lives. Give me something to believe in, Lisa.
Diesel, I was wondering when Cab Scouts fart if it sounds like a hoorah.
That was a question for you, bro.
I know it's to me, and I'm not going to answer that because it sounds like a cavalicious. That's what it
So
sounds
apparently everybody's laughing
Yeah.
at me. I'm getting funny text. I'm getting
like. It's a
laughing emojis.
It's a
texted to
cavalicious
me
thing.
over this
When
conversation.
Cab Scouts fart, it's cabtastic. That's what it is.
This is
We have a whole
and-
segment on my escort. Oh man, but hey, Heavy Water, what do you got to bring to the channel today, man? I know you got some. You didn't come to the chat.
Well, I gotta give Ricky a dig too. We were watching him game, and I heard, I was never in the service or on deployments, but a lot of my friends did, and they told me what goes on in the porta potties overseas, and I wanted to commend Ricky's focus when he was playing Call of Duty last night. He blew past like 2 brand new looking clean porta potties without making a stop.
Yeah, it was. That was epic. Yeah, I felt the
I
urge.
wanted to commend the focus.
I felt the urge. You know, I was like,
Yeah.
should I keep it going? No, go to the porta potty. What's going on? 1, 2, 1, 2. You know, I'm telling you, if you know what he's talking about, if you ever been in a porta potty at 120 degrees on a Wednesday afternoon before having dinner, and you handle business, I'm telling you, I'm giving you that. I gave you that round of applause, baby. Epic.
that is just nasty.
What are you talking about?
I almost had like 8 heat strokes in the porta potty.
Oh man, that's crazy. You were holding your breath and stuff.
Hey,
You're great. You're not supposed to hold your breath.
Deployments alone. That's all I got.
You gotta go there with your canteen, with your water can, two core canteens, bro.
No. You drink water inside a porta potty. That's just like
No.
Oh,
it's like tasting shit, man.
Anyway,
that is disgusting.
Yeah, you don't drink because everything's coming up.
This is becoming a very man
yeah.
conversation.
Let me change you a little bit right here. So I have a video right here, guys. that I want to share with you guys. This video was sent to us, I think it was yesterday or something. But it's between a police officer and an individual who happens to be not cooperative. And I want to know, Diesel, if you can tell me if this guy is cooperating or no. I'm gonna roll this. I'm gonna roll the video.
Hold on. Let me look at the video.
Unlocking my car. They just illegally entered my car. And I'm being forcefully removed.
Take a look at me. I'm a fucking specimen right here, buddy.
Sir, I'm
you
in
have gotten on my last
My
nerve.
hands are up on camera.
All right?
I'm in no threat.
You're
to
going to
these
get your
officers.
ass whooped in front of
My
fucking Lord and all creation. I'm going to
hands are
give you one more chance.
I'm being threatened.
You can bring that with you. I'll let
I'm
you
being
film the whole
threatened.
thing.
I'm being threatened
No,
right now.
I'm giving you a
and I
chance.
am not doing anything.
I'm giving you a chance.
I feel unsafe. And I'm in no threat to these 3 officers. My hands are up. I am doing nothing wrong to provoke anybody or anything. Making sure this is all recorded. I've just been threatened by
You can take
a
your
lawful
phone with you.
officer. I have just been threatened by a law officer as 2 other officers stand by and say absolutely nothing. Willing to participate. My passenger door was open. My driver door was open. I have it on camera. He rolled my window down to do so.
I'm giving you to the count of 3.
Sir, this is all on camera. I am not
Sure,
resisting. I'm
that's
making
fine.
sure it is being known. I am not resisting.
Okay.
My hands are up. One hand on this camera.
Well, come on,
My
man.
seatbelt is being arrested.
As long as your hands
Listen,
are up, that's fine.
I'm not resisting.
As long as your hands are
I
up.
was unlawfully.
Okay, come on
Sir,
out.
please do not touch me, sir.
Keep your phone out.
Sir, please do not touch me.
See, that's where we're coming to a disagreement.
It's not about
I'm
that.
giving
not
you
even real.
to the count of 3. Don't do
Oh,
this.
sir,
Don't do it.
I'm
Don't
not
do it,
touching
man.
this officer. It's on
Don't do
camera.
it.
This is
My
not
hand is
real.
by
Step
my
out of
head.
the car right
I'm
now.
being threatened.
Now you're
I'm being
under
threatened.
arrest. Now
I'm
you're
being
under arrest
threatened,
for
sir.
disobeying the
I
law
was
of the
being
officer.
disobeyed.
I'm
I
giving
was
you
unlawfully
to the count
This is not
of
real.
3.
This officer has threatened me, and I'm
One,
making it known I am no threat to this
2.
officer. I've been threatened.
Watch the show,
My
folks.
life is in danger. My life is in danger.
This is not real.
So this is the
Not
thing,
real.
as I was watching it is real. It happened.
How is it not real, Lisa? How is it not real? Why is everything
Because
not
when was
real?
the last time you seen a police officer wear a tie?
What?
Yeah. So some of them, that's their attire.
They could be training.
Yeah.
They can,
No.
yeah.
Well, the point.
All of them are wearing ties.
Yeah.
All of them are wearing ties. When was the last time you seen an officer?
I think highway patrol wearing ties.
Yeah, they tuck it in.
Homicide guys and detectives do.
That
But
they
they're
do.
in uniform. They're not homicide, nor are they detectives. They're in uniform with a tie.
All right, look.
The
So
officer keeps talking to the camera, getting his 15 minutes of fame.
Yes.
This is not real.
So this is my point right here. My point is that the officer just lost his job. The dude's gonna sue the city. He's gonna be living next to Dwayne Wayne by next year, about May, June, July, when he cashed the $22 million that the city paid him because of one hashtag Black Lives
city?
Matters. You know?
What city?
I
What city?
don't know. I can find it for you.
Find it for me because
Will do.
this looks so fake.
We'll do.
I need to know what.
I need a law enforcement.
It looks
So
absolutely fake.
go
All
ahead.
right, so my point of view. All right, so apparently, I don't know what the guy did, and if an officer, when you pull somebody over, you have to give them, a reason or whatever. I'm pulling you over for this, or this, that, and third. So we don't know how the whole video started. We don't know if this guy has a record. We don't know what, his criminal background, if he has it, if anything. All right. The officer is out of place and, in my opinion, unprofessional on when what he says to the person, and that can be where I can see in violation. But I think the officer might, like I said, this black guy may have recorded the officer after something happened, and it was like they've been there for like 20 minutes and he got frustrated, but that's no excuse to act unprofessional in the officers. Officer cannot act unprofessional. Is he resisting? Once again, I don't. What was he being pulled over for? What was the reason for him to exit the car? Is it part of the protocol? Things like this. I want to know. I want to know all that information. A lot of people.
I'm not. This is so fake. I'm trying to find anything on it.
A lot of people say, hey, I got the right. No, if I think you're harming yourself, I think you're committing a crime, or it's very gray, and I can use the law pretty much to get my way on why I think you need to get out the vehicle. So, yeah. Did he ever?
Yeah, that video is straight fake.
How is it straight fake?
Number one, the officer is smiling and looking at the camera, trying to get famous. They're wearing. Look at the uniform.
I find it.
Look at their uniform.
I found it.
What city is this?
This is Lisa. You should know better than this, because this is actually from Virginia State.
Oh my God.
So you should know your officers, So as today,
it's right outside.
Right outside,
I've been pulled over by Virginia State Police, but that was like 10 years ago, and they weren't wearing a tie.
Oh, now we don't.
Virginia State Police. Show me that.
I'm gonna show you to you in a second. I'm trying to. 2 hours ago, Washington Post. The Washington Post just came out with this little thing right here. That is okay. So the title is Virginia State Police investigating violent traffic stop involving black motorists, officials say. So it was listen, investigating violent traffic stop. So that officer is gone, he's on a desk.
Black Lives Matters.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matters.
Yeah. A Virginia state trooper is under the investigation for a traffic stop that happened last year, during which he can be heard on a video telling a black driver, "You are going to get your ass whooped." Done. That's it. Unprofessional. That's it. That right there gives me the right to get myself an attorney and sue the city for as many $1 million, because I'm going to claim PTSD. I'm going to claim PTSD. And
resisting arrest.
They say no. The officers should not have say, "I whoop your ass." That's it. I mean, I'm telling you, these people, Lisa, this is the point. Just for one incident, you go ahead and claim that you can't pee anymore. Now you have to sit down in every toilet to pee. You cannot have.
So we don't have any updates on this since 2019, because I'm looking. I have the article.
No, do you have the Washington Post?
Yeah, I'm looking at the Washington Post.
Okay.
So no updates on the case.
We need to see.
Well,
you're in Virginia. You can probably go to the this, because these are your officers.
Where's Heavy Water at? Where's Heavy at? What does he think?
Heavy Water.
Yeah, right here. Yeah, right here. Yeah.
What do you think about? What do you think about this, man?
I couldn't see it because I'm on my phone. So
okay.
Let me explain to you what happened.
So what happened in this video? Okay, I'm gonna trying to be as so this black American is on the vehicle. He got seatbelt. He got pulled over by the police. There's 3 officers, and he's just recording the whole interaction, telling the officer, "Hey, I don't want to deal with you. Don't touch me. Don't do anything." The officer opened the door. The officer take off his seatbelt, and then before they pull him out of the vehicle, he says to the young, assumed to be millionaire African American guy, "You are going to get your ass whooped." And then this guy recorded the whole thing. That's enough proof to take to court to sue the city. I'm telling you, that's enough proof. Just count it.
For what?
Count it. July 15, 2020. So what's your take on it, man?
Well, everybody's going to handle different situations differently, but like for me personally, I I'd want to prove my point later on. I think is the better time than trying to put your foot down right during the middle of the situation. But everybody's different. I personally will like de-escalate a physical altercation. Even if I, not long ago, somebody wanted to have a physical altercation with me and I would have been in the right. But for me, I'm going to back down. I'm going to give their ego what their ego needs. At the time that this person was very drunk, I said, you know what, you're right. And just back off. I back off. I de-escalate. I put distance in between us, and that was it. It was over, and I was able to walk out. Nobody got hurt. Nobody got in trouble. And when I see this, when I listened to it closely, and when I heard him, I feel like he's fighting maybe the good fight, but not in the right place, time, or manner. Because I feel like that's exactly the kind of behavior that a cop like that, maybe that was pushing the cops' buttons, you know, when he was doing what he was doing, the way he was doing it, even though maybe he was in the right, maybe he wasn't. I don't know a whole lot about it, but for me personally, I would choose to handle it different than he did. And I've never had any bad experiences with cops, even when I was in trouble. I've only had professional interaction with cops, but then again, like I said, I don't try and push their buttons, man. I'll go into like submissive mode and I will de-escalate, and that's just my preference. But you know, everybody's different. So you sometimes you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, and sometimes you know you stand up for yourself and it works out good. Every situation, every person's different. It's up to him what he wants to do. Personally, I'd de-escalate.
I agree. Like I said, all these people that are doing this now recording, I approve recording, right? But record and tell the truth, like really tell the truth. Like, hey, sir, you know, can you just tell me what I'm being arrested for? I'm just documenting to make sure that you and I, you know what I'm saying, the interaction is going smoothly. You know, I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble here. I'm just trying to make sure I'm good. You know, I've seen the news recently. Just humanize somebody. When you go ahead and you do this shit and you sticking to the, I'm not exiting my car. He illegally. By what law is he illegally doing this? Like, I hate when people say that he's illegally doing something, but they don't know. They learn their lawyer lingo from like Facebook.
But not getting out of his car is still resisting. It's still resisting.
That's what I'm saying. So you saying this is he's telling me to get out my car illegally, but then you're resisting now, and now I have a reason to get you out the car.
So let me tell you something. So, and this happens today. Amy, I see your comments. I know that, you know, she's talking about that they smell marijuana and they wanted to search the car. Yes, that is correct. I see it on the paper here on the Washington Post. But the Washington Post also by Justin Juvenile. Okay, he's talking about where he's saying the incident came to the light when an attorney representing Derek Thompson, that's the name of the guy. I'm sorry, that's the name of the individual. Derek Thompson, the driver, sent a letter to Virginia Attorney General, AG, Mark Herring on Monday, claiming that the trooper Charles Hewitt unconstitutionally assaulted his client during the stop on I-495 in Fairfax. You should know that now, Lisa. That's right next to your house.
No, it's where it's not next to my house now, but it is where I was in Maryland.
So the attorney also tweeted the video of the encounter that Thompson recorded with his cell phone. So that's why the video came to light, you know. So I mean, this guy got an attorney. He's sending a letter directly to the A2AG, and the Washington Post is giving you a whole page, and you're trending on YouTube and Twitter. Bro, this guy's gonna get money. He's gonna get paid. That's what I'm telling you right now. He's gonna get paid. Hey, if the police ever stop you for whatever, just pull a camera, play the race card. You'll be millionaire.
So
this is the message that we're passing down to our younger generations, and it's stupid.
So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Is this the message that they're passing down to also like Hispanics?
Oh no, we don't. We have nothing to see with this, you know. This is not this is the thing that I want to tell you that and I said it the other day. Hispanic comes to the United States and you see them getting caught by ICE doing what? Not selling drugs, not doing the other thing, but they getting caught by ICE by doing what? Roofing, construction work. That's where ICE can pick Hispanics. Any type of job at Home Depot, yeah, that's where you're gonna find. That's where ICE is gonna find Hispanics. It's not gonna be as more as like dealing with drugs, dealing with weapons, X, Y, and Z. I mean, this is.
Are you kidding me?
I am not.
Oh my gosh. So,
hold on. Heavy Water, what you think about that? Where you gonna find Hispanics at?
It's tricky, man. I think that if I can answer it in a general sense rather than stepping on the hot button issue, I just feel like we should really streamline legal immigration to get people in, and but also crack down on illegal immigration. It sucks because if people want to come in here legally, like sometimes it's not always easy. From what I've heard, it can be pretty tough. So that's my thoughts on immigration. I don't want to get into race or whatever, but I think we need to focus on making legal immigration more streamlined so we can filter out maybe people who have a criminal history easier than having everybody, good and bad, come in the same way, and then we don't give ourselves the opportunity to differentiate from who we'd like to come here and give a construction job to, or who is got a violent history with the cartels and stuff. I mean, Mexico is no joke. South America is no joke. I follow a cartel journalist, and it's pretty serious. The violence down there is pretty serious, and that'll migrate up.
Let me tell you, everybody that supports this type of immigration, is on par with Donald Trump, because on April he signed an executive order giving some immigrations, leave room for more people to come to America.
So
I think that's good. I think we need that.
I want to have a serious question.
But hold on.
We
need to address the fact that this dude just said that Hispanics aren't going to be out there committing crime.
I want you to get him.
No, I don't.
Because I'm pretty sure, I am pretty confident that even though you guys beat us in population, you also just beat us in gang warfare, because I'm pretty sure MS-13 numbers are more than black gangs here. Okay,
yeah, but
don't tell me that Hispanics aren't going to be out committing crime.
They got Latin kings too.
And Latin kings, come on.
And that's fine. And that's fine.
You guys, yes, you also have now surpassed us in gang warfare.
The crime numbers, the crime numbers, are in the highest numbers, counts for the 13% of the population. 70% of the crimes committed in America are committed by blacks. Done. 70%. By a group that only makes 13% of the population. Hispanics another 2%.
Want to know why? Because cops aren't coming to where the MS-13 are, because if they do, they'll get decapitated by a machete.
By a machete, you're right. That's great.
I do know that child sex crimes have gone through the roof where I was in Maryland.
Let me tell you something.
Committed by Hispanics.
It's good that you talk about that, because I've been talking to my daughter, my wife, where we're gonna be taking them to the range to get familiarized with weapons, because I definitely want them to start, getting the CCW permit and then packing everywhere they go, because it's bad.
So before we continue on that, right? Because we got mad topics going on. But you see how heavy, why don't you want to get into it? Like, why are you afraid to talk about that when it comes to?
Why is it gotta be afraid?
All right, I have two reasons. One, I'm not well versed on it and well educated on the numbers. If I knew the numbers of Hispanic statistics and stuff, as far as like crime, like what you guys were, what Ricky was mentioning, if I knew the statistics, I would be much more likely to speak on it. So that's the main thing. But second, I think that, I think that we could fix a lot of what he was talking about with my answer, which is just like, let's streamline legal immigration so that we have a chance to just really filter who we get through. And I don't see the need to like go into beating up on anybody's, culture or people for, when you don't have to. I'm just kind of sidestepping it, I guess. But yeah, I honestly don't know the numbers on it. So what am I going to do?
Okay, well, no, appreciate the first answer that you said. Of course, if you're ignorant to or you don't know.
Now, let me ask something. So how do you feel, just based on because we keep talking about, I keep talking about that, how people are margin about what they see, what they know, your neighborhood, your town, your city. How you feel about your city? How you think that, what's your take on crime rates based on what you know, maybe your city,
What I know, well, you're not going to like this. And somebody's going to
go ahead, please.
Get a chuckle, one of the other co-hosts there. Well, but my county, honestly, if you look at the most wanted list for my county, it's like 90% Hispanics for the most wanted.
Yes.
So I do live around a lot of, that's not a joke. I'd even be willing to that was as of a few months ago, but I live in like a high Hispanic area. So there's that. I mean, if you go to Baltimore, it's going to be, the most wanted list is going to be blacks. And if you go 3 hours out into the country north from where I live, it's going to be all white. So I don't know how much weight to give that, but if you're asking me about where I live around a lot of Hispanics. I've never had a problem with anybody Hispanic. Actually, I get along pretty well with them. And I think the only people that I've ever had any sort of physical altercation or fight with have been other white people. And, I've been, as far as getting ripped off, I've got ripped off at work. I'm shooting pretty much exactly 50-50 on whites and blacks for who's ripped me off at work. So I don't know. I don't have anything real solid to contribute. Everything's just so contextual. It depends on where you live and what you do and who you bump into, where you go, how you are, how you behave. Everything is it's different everywhere.
I agree it's contextual, but I also agree that, like Lisa loves to say, humans have a pattern. It's a pattern. And I believe if you have a circle of people, white, black, Hispanic, whatever, and they're able to just talk about it, we will make a pattern of communication and a habit of communicating with each other to a point where it's not. Well,
yeah, I completely agree with you. Yep.
I don't want to step on this toes. No, I'd rather, you see how Rick is talking about AK Boom. Okay, cool. He loves his race. He loves his people. You know what I'm saying? That's not saying his people's better than mine. My people's not better than yours, but you love your people. And then we get together and I say, all right, you make oranges, I make apples. Let's bring that shit together and make some jungle juice. And
why they gotta be with the fruit? Why they gotta be picking the fruit?
Well,
you're so racist, Diesel.
Orange, apple.
Damn.
You're so racist.
Are you gonna talk about the red dot? You gonna talk about red dots?
Hey, Diesel, can I comment on that? So actually, Diesel, I try and like make a habit of like really trying to talk to a lot of people about what a lot of the things you guys talk about on this show. I think that they're really important things to talk about, and that's why I'm on the phone with you now. But I do it out in public, and it does make a lot of people uncomfortable. You're kind of like that guy because it's just more comfortable to be quiet. So the other night I was out, I was having a drink, and the guy next to me started talking about it, and then I brought up, he was talking about BLM and stuff, and I brought up, I think that's the topic of your video today. I brought up black on black violence, and now I think the whole organization is kind of leveraging, their malicious intent for their political goals in a selfish way that really isn't having the black people's best interests at heart. I don't believe that's their true goal. So I think they're leveraging that, right? So I'm telling them that, and then we didn't get very far into it. He just didn't have the emotional bandwidth to continue the conversation when I thought that what I was doing was trying to bring up real solutions and real things to talk about. Now, this was another white guy, and he just shut down. And, people were kind of starting to get uncomfortable. Well, this black guy comes from across the bar, comes around, he sits down next to me, And me and him had a really nice conversation for like 20, 30 minutes before it was time to go home. I mean, the look on that guy's face, the white guy's face, was kind of priceless. I thought it was so funny. He was surprised that this guy came and sat down and was agreeing with the things that I was saying, talking about how I think, you know, the nuclear family thing is huge, and the drug war is huge, and, you know, prison for profit is huge. We were talking about, I think, important issues, and it was just nice. I thought it was just so weird that the white kid didn't have the emotional bandwidth to handle this simple conversation. And then, well, it wasn't a simple conversation, but then this other guy comes over and we sit down, have a nice chat, and everybody that was listening was so uncomfortable at first until that other guy came over, and we got along fine. But I really enjoy talking about it. I like building bridges with anybody who cares to. So it was just a goofy thing. It was perfect.
Build bridge, man. Build bridge instead of a wall.
I build bridges.
Build a bridge instead of a wall. That's not a Trump.
Wait, did you say instead of a wall?
Yeah. Not talking about Trump. I'm not talking about the Trump thing. I'm talking about mental barriers.
Oh, okay. Nah, I build bridges too. That's why I'm an equal opportunity dater. And fellas, I am.
You're an equal opportunity loser. Okay. That's exactly why you got put on mute last time. We're having a serious conversation. See,
I am serious. I really am single, and I am an equal opportunity dater.
See, this is what I got to do. You know, and this is about time.
Men are like a bag of Skittles.
This is the time right now, right, that we call this special segment. All right, every Wednesdays, for all those people that don't know. Now you know. This segment is called Dang, You Dumb. Produced and written by Lisa Escobedo. Let's get it.
Okay. All right. So, social media, because I like to get my ideas on what I'm going to do on Wednesday from social media, because that's where you find the most ignorant of ignorant people. And what this person from social media, he got his information from the left, everybody on the left, the media, Bernie Sanders, anybody who wants to talk about socialism and how wonderful it is. They always talk about, oh, but look at Norway, look at Sweden, look at Finland. Newsflash, y'all. Those are not socialist countries. Those countries have what is called a mixed economy, where they have a little bit of column A and a little bit of column B. They like their capitalism and they mix it up with socialism. The big misconception is that because they have welfare, they are socialist countries. Well, we have welfare here in America, and we are not a socialist country. Am I right?
You're right.
Okay, so yes, just because you have welfare does not mean that you are a socialist country. Their economic systems are what is called a mixed economy. They are not socialist countries. And people who keep saying that, well, dang, y'all dumb.
Damn, you're dumb. Hey guys, I'm gonna be trying to get Dominic real quick. He's the guest for the day. Dominic Coxon, welcome to the show. Can you hear us, Dominic?
I can hear you guys. Can you guys see me though?
No, we can't see you.
We cannot see you, man.
Oh, you showed up. I thought you chickened out.
Oh no, of course not, man. Me and Ricardo go way back, don't we?
Dominic,
we do.
What I want you to do is I want you to destroy Lisa Escobedo. We've been waiting for 2 hours, almost 2 hours. You better bring your A game.
Sure. I mean, I'm not here to destroy or anything like that. Just want to share some opinions with folks.
Oh, see, when you say it like that, that means I have to go gentle.
You better not, Lisa. Just pound for pound, baby.
Dominic, I see you, man.
I see you, Dominic. Let's get
wow,
it.
what's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. How's everybody doing though?
We're doing good, man.
Everyone's family's doing well?
Yes,
Family's
sir.
doing good, yeah.
Good to hear. Now, what were we talking about? Let me hop in. Go ahead.
So I am trying to get you on the camera right now. As soon as I get you guys ready, I'm gonna get
put him
you.
over my face. I want him to go hard on Lisa Espinal. What you drinking? What are you drinking? Some tea?
I thought that we were debating on Black Lives Matter.
Yes,
That's what I prepped for.
Yes, it is. I want to hear his viewpoint.
Where do we begin? I mean, when we were, I think go ahead and go back and
yeah, I compare.
Are you the guy that I had to smack around on social media?
I guess.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I compare BLM to Nazi Germany, and then you went like this is not possible, yada yada, and then that's where we begin the conversation. So what's your take? What's your point?
I think that where I want to start off with, I think one of the most difficult things to see every day from genuinely good people that you've had interactions with, when you see certain things about, Black lives, or specifically Black Lives Matter, and there's these wide sweeping opinions of them and comparisons, when in all actuality, we're not actually talking about what the issue is and what's gotten us to this point to where you have a group like this. And it seems like we spend so much time trying to tear down or conflate or politicize certain things, when we should just have overall empathy for other people or other situations that we may not necessarily be in. So, when I see something like, well, Black Lives Matter is like Nazi Germany, it's like, well, really, Black Lives Matter has started around, okay, unarmed African-American men are being disproportionately killed by police without repercussions. So just like how this country was started on protest, when citizens aren't given their promised rights, what do you expect for people to do? Boston
Tea Party.
Exactly. This country was started on literal destruction of property because of a monarchy that did not care about its citizens. How is that very much different from what we're seeing today? That's a genuine question. How is it very much different?
Yeah, I like to
First
go
of all,
back.
I don't agree with that. Secondly,
Yeah, I don't.
Which part was it that you didn't agree with, and why? And I don't want to cut you off.
Gosh darn thing that just came out of your mouth. So first of all, Black Lives Matter. If you go to their website, it doesn't talk about that they started over, police brutality and things like that. In fact, they only can cite 2 incidents of Black males dying, and only one of them was at the hands of a police officer. Okay, so let's just clear that up. And secondly, I do not consider our country founded on destruction over a king and blah blah blah. When the original people from Britain came here, there was some bartering, some trading. Whether it was fair or not, who knows? A deal is a deal. Handshake, boom. That's how it started. It didn't start with guns a-blazing. I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you, I'm gonna kill you. Sorry, that's not how it started.
Okay. All right. So when we talk about why Black Lives Matter started, the first person that they cited was Trayvon Martin, right? And
was not killed by a police officer.
Absolutely. And then furthermore, Black Lives Matter then began to get very, very popular around, or much more widespread, when who died? Mike Brown, right? Do you remember when Mike Brown died?
Yes, and I just want you to know that those are the only 2 cases that they have on their website.
Sure.
They have 2 different sections where it talks about their organization.
Mm-hmm.
The first section was the What We Believe section, and the other one is the About section. And on both of them, all they did was cut and paste the same 2 people.
Sure.
They don't talk about anything, but this is what they believe in. This is their movement. But those are the only 2 cases that they can cite. So keep that in mind.
Fair enough. If you'd like for me to concede to you about, okay, the specifics of the website, sure, absolutely, you can have it. However, again, if we just kind of look at the climate and everything that's been going on over the last 10 years, a lot of the momentum from Black Lives Matter growing and growing and growing and becoming a more prominent thing is because of African Americans being disproportionately killed by police officers. And it seems like we can say things like Blue Lives Matter, we can say things like All Lives Matter, but for some odd reason, it's such a triggering point when we talk about Black lives, right?
Oh, hold on.
No.
Let me stop you there. Hold on. Let me
Well,
stop you
it's
Go
not
ahead.
supposed to be my debate, Diesel, but go ahead.
there. Hold on. Do you agree? Do you agree with that? Do you agree with what he said? Or disagree?
Heck no, because I just spent when I woke up from my nap, my time before the show, I spent perusing this website. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Black Lives Matter is not about Black lives mattering. In fact, my conclusion after dissecting their We Believe section and About section is that this is a man-hating women's and LGBTQ organization.
Amen. That's my point. That is my point.
The only Black lives they care about are women and LGBTQ or Q, whatever it is.
They're just getting traction. They're just getting traction with these cases. I think that the problem with me with Black Lives Matter is the organization, and there's two different Black Lives Matters as I know right now, and then this one we're talking about is Black Lives Matters Inc. I'm gonna put it on the back of the screen so everybody can see it. So this is Black Lives Matters Inc. These people are collecting millions and millions and millions of dollars just because they want to help pursue the careers of politicians like Joe Biden and Bernie Sanders, you know, and they're using cases like the George Floyd. Hey, let's collect $100 million. The question is, what are we doing with this $100 million? Are we putting that money back into those Black communities?
Now that I completely agree with you on.
Yeah, go ahead.
In terms of, okay, hey, where is the money going to, and what kinds of programs, what kinds of systems are being put in place by this group to make for the betterment of, Black lives? So I'm not here to defend and say, oh, well, it's this or it's that. It's just more of, listen, when we see these things that are happening in our country and there's so much division around, hey, I see this George Floyd situation, but I don't like this group. So I'm going to spend my time discussing the group and the problems that exist within the group as opposed to discussing what the actual issues are. You know what I'm saying?
That's called propaganda. And that's why Ricky referenced Nazi Germany. Now you see the connection.
Sure. No, yeah, I do know. Yeah, for sure. And again,
literally their website. I just want to, because I need everybody to know this, because I was very shocked when I went there. So Ricky has the front page up, and that's their propaganda page. But when you go to the What We Believe and
what we're
section,
about, yes, let's talk about that, please.
They in bold Black letters, they list the two cases. And the reason, and I'm telling you, the reason why they keep repeating those same two cases is because they don't care about any of the other ones. Because if you read further below the big Black type that's just, meant for propaganda, they have paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. They never mention man, men, he, his, him. Never, ever. They are so anti-male. They don't talk about police brutality beyond those two things. They don't talk about anything else other than how to make Black women lives better, how they go out of their way to protect transgender
I saw that as well. Yeah.
That is their focus. And in fact, there's more talking about transgender and other people in the LG whatever community than even women. So really their main focus is that community.
So
All the other stuff, that is hype, that is propaganda, that's how they get paid. And mind you, this organization was founded by 3 women. This is a man-hating organization.
Yeah,
And you, sir, are a
transgenders.
man. So how do you feel about Black Lives Matter
Yeah,
now?
transgender gets is mentioned 4 times. Gay once, man or woman 0. I just did a control find on that page. But I think that the question was for you, Dominic. How you feel about that?
Again, for me, if I'm looking at any organization or any group of people, to me, if we're bringing some level of awareness to causes that don't, if we're bringing some level of awareness to a certain cause, and again, we can get into the specifics as you just talked about on the website, what it mentions and what it says. But when I look and interact with people every day and we have discussions about Black Lives Matter, I have discussions with white people that are much more educated about things that they otherwise previously wouldn't have been if the awareness of what Black Lives Matter has represented in the lexicon, if you will, in terms of other people caring about issues that don't necessarily affect them.
I can agree.
And if that is the positive change that I can see in my everyday interactions with people that don't look like me, then it must be somewhat effective, right?
Yeah, that's
Because
what
if
I'm
we're
gonna say.
No. And I'm gonna tell you why that's
You asked
not.
me to explain.
Hold
You asked me to
on.
explain,
Hold
Lisa.
up.
You asked me to explain. So if people that would never go to the Black Lives Matter website, or people that don't necessarily are active on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of a sudden feel like, hey, I keep hearing about this and I'd like to get some more information, or what does it mean to you as a Black man? How do you feel based on all of the things that I'm seeing, the riots, everything in our country? Give me some insight. And now all of a sudden, just like now, we're having dialogue with people that I wouldn't otherwise be having because of a particular group of people. See what I'm saying? And just like any group of people, whether it's police, whether it's Black Lives Matter, whether it's politicians, whether it's the people that you work with, there's always a percentage of people that just ain't shit. Excuse my language, but in every group of people, there is a terrible bunch. You look in your apartment building or your neighborhood or where you work at, what have you. And it just seems so frustrating that what the few do affects the many. I don't know where the money's going for Black Lives Matter. I don't know where donations and programs and infrastructure is being set up. But I do know that people in my city, people in my neighborhood are actually out here doing the work on that behalf in their own communities where they can actively see change being made. And to me, generally speaking, the best way to make change is in our own communities. And it seems like that's what's going on in mine. It seems like that's what's going on in my workplace. That's what's going on with my families and my friends. And what more could I ask for in terms of a group bringing awareness to something?
Yep.
So that is a trap.
Hold on, Lisa. Hold on.
Let me explain.
Can I ask?
Go.
The question is, if it has a positive outcome, is it good?
Well, if you, I was actually.
Is it beneficial? If it
No,
has a positive outcome?
not always, and let me tell you why.
Okay. Tell me why.
Because how the Nazi Party came to be, or their rise, how they were able to take over Germany, is they kept saying, well, vote for us, pick us, because we want to do X, Y, and Z for the German people. We know you guys are suffering. Look at us, we're all in poverty. We are going to help the community. And so, people were in such dire straits emotionally. They were exhausted. I mean, they never really recovered from World War I, that they were willing to overlook all the other things that they were talking about Jews for the benefit.
So what group of people is Black
better.
Lives Matter as a group
It's a trap.
discriminating?
It is a trap.
What group of people is Black Lives Matter trying to disproportionately affect in a negative way? That's a genuine
Capitalist.
I will tell you, because their website specifically says, under the what we believe, it specifically says, let me scroll down so I can read it to you exactly. It specifically says that we disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirement by supporting, wait, no, that's not it. Where's the one? Oh, I'm sorry, it's the one above. We make our spaces family friendly and enable parents to fully participate with their children. We dismantle the patriarchal practice that requires mothers to work double shifts so they can mother in private, even as they participate in public justice work. So they want to dismantle the father figure. They want to take away the family. They want to be
it's not a zero-sum game. Just because I speak positively or advocate for one subsection of people,
you asked
that does not mean you're doing
was going
so
to be affected.
I asked you what group were they?
The father.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The family, the father. That they don't want that anymore.
Okay.
You want to know? You want to know who's like that? Who was the father of the German people? Who was the father? Adolf Hitler. Who was the father of the Soviet Union? Joseph Stalin. That is how the people refer to them. Currently, right now, who's the father in North Korea? That's how they refer to their leader.
Okay, Lisa, hold on.
So just keep that in mind.
So the question.
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
The question was, all right, which Black lives, like, who are they discriminating against? And you're telling me.
I just told you, men.
Stop. You're saying that your answer is they're discriminating against men.
Men. They are dismantling the family. They're getting rid of men. That's discrimination.
You answered. All right. So her answer is men. What is your rebuttal?
How is it that if we are advocating for a certain subsect of people, so in this instance, could you repeat the specific quote about women?
They're not advocating. Why do you think that they're advocating? It is not on their website that that's what they're advocating.
You got to read the quote.
Okay. It says, where'd it go? We dismantle the patriarchal practice that requires mothers to work double shifts so that they can mother in private, even as they participate in public justice work.
Right.
So where in that segment?
And then further, it goes on to say, we disrupt the Western prescribed nuclear family structure requirements by supporting each other as extended families and villages. Hello, Nazi Germany.
I'll stop including your 2 cents, Lisa.
Okay.
So
sorry.
Where in any of that does it say we advocate for men not to be around? We advocate for Black fathers to be absent. We have a mission statement. Where in any of that did it say anything about fathers or Black fathers not being a part of the family structure? It didn't speak about anything about Black
it says
fathers.
that they're dismantling the patriarchal practice, and then it goes on to say that we are disrupting the Western prescribed nuclear family.
Yes, Western prescribed nuclear family. What does that have to do with African American men? What does patriarchy have to do with African American men?
That's where you misheard me, because I didn't say anything about African American men. Did I specifically say that? No, I said men.
Fair enough.
So you're saying that the Black Lives Matter movement is discriminating against white men, Hispanic men, Jewish men,
all men,
Russian men, all men.
All men. In fact, hold on. It goes on to say, we foster a queer affirming network. When we gather, we do so with the intention of freeing ourselves from the tight grip of heteronormative thinking, or rather the belief that all in the world are heterosexual.
You know, let me bring some point right here. You know, before I go into heavy water, I heard you wanted to add something earlier to the conversation. You still there?
Yeah. There's a few things I think, Eddie.
I've been yelling.
Yeah, I wanted to step in a couple times, but so I don't know if he's been listening, and I don't want to beat a dead horse, so this will be short and sweet. But what Lisa was reading, the quote that she was reading, is like literally the opposite of what I believe needs to happen to help repair Black communities and really make them healthier. Because what I've said this now on this show like 4 times is since the 1920s, when Black families had more nuclear households than white families, on now to this point in time where we supposedly have made all this great progress for civil rights, all that sort of stuff. How now is it that it's roughly 20% down from 70% in the 1920s? So we have a 50% drop in the amount of nuclear families in America, in Black households. How is it that has happened in the time that we've made these great civil rights strides? And I believe I have the answer to that. And I am not the original thinker. People have been saying this for 50 years. I'm merely a parrot. People have been saying that basically welfare has had a huge impact negatively on Black families and not having the father in the house. And going back to what that quote Lisa read, that is exactly it. We need to keep it. It's hard to be a family. It's hard to be a husband and a wife and a father and a mother. It's hard to keep it together, and not everybody does it when their situations are ideal, and let alone in poverty. I don't know, but I think that's what we need to do is we need to bring families together. And the fact that that's on the Black Lives Matter website is really disheartening to me for them. And the second thing I want to touch on before I pass the microphone is that early on, he said something that I believe is true. He had said that it's best to affect change directly in our communities. But the way that Black Lives Matter will donate the money will go to people on the left who believe that the government, the federal government, will be the one that's solving this. So again, that's kind of antithetical to the solutions that he's thinking, it's great to affect in the community, but the way that this money and this movement's going is going to be a federal fix rather than a community fix. So yeah, I'd rather see the money go to big brothers, big sisters, that sort of thing, to bring a real parent into a kid's life. I think that is so fantastic. That's where I'd like to see the money go, not Black Lives Matter, because I really do care about the Black communities. I really do. But I think that Black Lives Matter doesn't have their interest in heart. So I don't know what he thinks about that, but that's why I'm kind of offended by that quote that Lisa had read off their website. It bothers me.
Thank you, Heavy Water.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Heavy Water. But I agree with Dom on if my community, let's say I had a whole bunch of low life fathers out there, right? And they just decided, to step up because they're looking at this movement as a form of motivation to do something in the community, right? Then I believe that's a win for my community. If I had a Black man that wasn't doing, or it don't matter, Black man, white man, whatever, if they're in my community and they're making my community better and they're making themselves better, then that's a win for me. That's a win for me. And I agree with that. I also agree with what Lisa is saying, that it's a brainwash thing, because you follow a false God type sense.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then you realize, oh crap, did I give my soul to this thing, not knowing what the bigger cause was? So I agree to both of them. And I think you guys are really, you're arguing the same points. I think you're arguing the same points. But if personally, I agree with what you're saying, Dom. If it's bringing prosperity to my community, then I'm all for it. That's the same way how I'm gonna vote. If the president is putting money in my pocket, then I'm gonna vote for somebody who is keeping food in my mouth and my family's mouth.
But is Black Lives Matter bringing prosperity to the community?
They're not. They're not. You know what they have done.
I'm not saying that they're bringing prosperity. I say the ideology. So,
but the ideology
people that
excludes a whole group of people from the community.
So people that don't know, people that are not aware, people who are not woke, people who are just looking at it as Black people are it's finally being told that Black people are going to get help. There's opportunities out there for us, whatever. As long as there's
the coronavirus is wrecking Arizona's budgets.
You ever watch Batman? You ever watch Batman?
Sure.
You have to become a symbol, right? That's what it is. It's a symbol. I don't care how you use that symbol. I do care, but as long as you're using it for good, then it has done its duty. That's how I watch it.
I just want you to know on their website that males are so low on the totem pole
Lisa, I don't
that
care.
they give a shout out to ageism. Ageism.
Lisa.
Fighting ageism is more important than males.
I don't care.
If we're looking around to where there's awareness being brought to an issue, and that awareness is now coming from a group of people that otherwise would have not been aware of this issue, nor would they have been affected by this issue. And they are now being empathetic and rethinking how they go about their day-to-day lives, how they dissect the things that go on within all of our communities. I could care less about what the website says.
Okay.
I don't care how many ingredients you got to put.
You would be the citizen that lets your neighbor get on a train.
Hold on, Lisa. Hold on, Lisa. Hold on. Do you the average person that I interact with on the day-to-day does not look like me, does not think like me, does not talk like me, does not come from the same background as me? But if there's a group that is bringing awareness to this group of people to where they are now empathetic and more enlightened about issues that are affecting the Black community, do you think they're visiting the website to find out what they're about? No, they're not. They're talking to their Black neighbor. They're talking to their Black coworker. There's having conversations now that otherwise wouldn't have been had if there wasn't awareness brought to this issue.
They're having barbershop talk.
So
let me say something. Let me say something. Yeah. Let me say something real quick.
That is the trap.
Let me say something real quick, guys.
That is the trap.
Lisa, you're suggesting that I'm
trap.
advocating for people to donate to this cause. You're suggesting that I'm advocating for people to get behind Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter.
None of those
but
words came out of my mouth. But okay.
I said you're suggesting. But
I
anyway,
didn't suggest
when you say
anything
brainwashing,
with regards to you.
How is it brainwashing? How is it following along with brainwashing?
I didn't say brainwashing. I said it was a trap.
Okay, all right.
I said it was a trap.
Listen to this.
And it is a trap because, like you said, they're not going to go to the website, right, to find out what they're really about. So now they're supporting something that has nothing to do with what they think it has to do with. Right?
My question to you would be,
mind you, they're not advocating. They're not
How is being more aware?
They're being destructive.
How is being more aware of indiscriminate treatment towards another group of people all of a sudden advocating for a particular group? All I want is for when I see someone get murdered on the television, I don't want to hear something that I don't want to see from some white dude or anyone saying like, oh, well, it's no big deal. To where now all of a sudden it is a big deal. To where now all of a sudden people are becoming more aware about these issues as opposed to it being something that's swept underneath the rug. I could care less about what the website is. I'm not
advocating. That is the trap.
Lisa,
that is the set up.
Give me a second, guys. Real quick. One of the things that I want to bring.
You want to know why you disagree? Because you're short-sighted. You can't see the long game.
Okay, I'm going to tell you.
You're only the here and now.
I'm going to tell you why I disagree, because that's what you said is not why I disagree. I disagree because being a Black man in America, now it doesn't matter. This cause Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. I'm sitting here talking to you all about it now. I'm opening my ears about it. opening my eyes. I'm no longer hoodwinked. So this is a positive cause on what I see about Black Lives Matter. We're talking about where it comes from. We're talking about how it's affecting our community. That's not a trap. And if it is, then you're in it.
Yeah, so let me ask you something. So and this
That's a good point, Mark.
The point that I'm trying to make, okay? And then all this awareness comes because we need action. Can we agree to that? We need action, you know. And then I think Killer Mike put a couple very well when he talks about how you need to plan, how you need to move, how you need to do many other things. Yeah. But what we see here as a group of people, so this awareness, that what we call the hashtag Black Lives Matters, you know, stopped trending in April of 2020. Okay. And then let me tell you what happened. So a new hashtag was brought up by the same organization, Black Lives Matters Inc. And the hashtag was named hashtag Defund the Police, okay? In which they collected, because this is the action that we do. Okay, we talk about it, I go talk to Mark, talk to Don, talk to Lisa, and the next thing I do is I get to Blue Lights, whatever, Act Blue, and then my action, because I live in Washington and you live in Arizona and the other guy lives in Virginia, my action will be donating money. Is that a fact? You know, to affect the bigger picture, not just my local community, but I want to impact the Black Lives Matter. You know, I want to give them strength. So what happened to those millions of dollars? Do you know what happened to those millions of dollars? They're not going back to my community. They're not employing Black individuals. They're not helping Hispanics. 96, let me tell you, 96.4%, I'm sorry, 99.64% of that defund the police money collected went straight to Joe Biden's campaign via Act Blue. How that makes you feel?
And that's the stuff that I can see where Lisa say it's a trap.
And I agree. Sorry.
No, that is not what I'm saying at all. I mean, that is good information, and that's like a whole side argument.
No, what
I am saying.
What I'm saying is, where I say I think I can see why you would think that's a trap, or you're saying it's a trap, and I agree, is if I'm giving my money and they're telling me Black Lives Matter, but instead they're funding it for something else, to a racist president or running for president guy, and he doesn't care about black lives, then I can see that, oh, I'm hoodwinked. You know, my eyes are closed. You know, but we're not talking about that. We're literally talking about, we know this.
We're not having the same conversation, because that's not what we're talking about at all.
Well, Dom and I are saying that,
and maybe that's the disconnect. You guys aren't hearing what I'm saying.
Dom and I are saying, if the Black Lives Matter opens our eyes and says this is a fraud, right? We need to make our own community great again, right? We make our own community great again, but we're not going to donate to Black Lives. We're not donating to Black Lives Matter. I'm going to the local YMCA. Right?
The local Boys and Girls Club.
I'm going to the local Boys and Girls Club, the local Big Brother or whatever. Right?
Volunteering my time with other young African American men in my community.
Right.
To me, when I see someone
that is nothing that they're saying.
No, we are saying that. Dom and I.
But the subject is about Black Lives Matter, not you and him.
Okay, guys. Before we continue, let's give it 2 minutes each person. We're gonna start with Heavy Waters. We are coming up to being 8 o'clock. So last final thoughts, guys. So Heavy Waters, you got 2 minutes.
Yeah, the last thing that he said was, how could bringing awareness to an issue cause harm? I think it's kind of raised racial tensions. Personally, that's the feeling I get. I don't know what metric to apply to that. But that's that's the first thing. Second, if we're talking about Black Lives Matter and we're talking about blacks in America, then why wouldn't we triage and fix larger, greater problems than police brutality and than white police officers or police officers in general shooting unarmed black men? So as ask yourself this, Ricky, was that a 2019 statistic where it was 9 unarmed black men that were killed by police? Is that
That's
2019?
2019. 13 people. 13 people got.
Okay.
13
Okay.
black
So
Africans.
13 people. Okay. So then, my question is, isn't there something like more damaging that we could address first? And why do we have to go for something so divisive as black versus white? Why can't we focus all this energy on a bigger problem? So if I can leave it that broad, if I'm going to paint with a brush that broad, that's my general feeling on it. It's divisive.
Thank you, Heavy
Yes,
Waters.
Heavy
Good point.
Water.
Okay.
Yes.
Who's next? Who wants to go next?
Lisa, give it to Lisa because she's gonna interrupt everybody.
Lisa, you got 2 minutes.
Okay, so what I'm referring to, just so you know, it is not the short term, it is the long term. This is actually literally the platform to any revolution. It starts with this, pretty much. The division, they're excluding people. Black Lives Matter is not advocating for anything but disruption. So much so, it's literally on their website. They're not trying to bring awareness. They are only trying to bring destruction because that's how you bring in a revolution. True facts, 1000%.
Good point. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa, for that. Let me go next. I like to leave. Since Dom is calling, long distance. He should be last today. What I'm gonna put is very simple.
We all agree. Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, what I want to put in my 2 minutes is very simple. If you are watching this channel, if you are catching the podcast, instead of donating money to these big organizations who are the last minute, they're just gonna turn around and give the money to somebody on Capitol Hill. Donate some of your time in your local, Boys and Girl Scouts, even on your neighborhoods. Talk to your neighbors about the subject about what we're talking about, and be very aware when you posting something on social media to help people understand what is actually happening in the United States. Okay, we do have a problem with some police officers interacting with Black Americans, and we need to fix that. But I think that the only way that we're gonna be helping that will be through training. So with that, Diesel, you got it. Go ahead, Diesel.
All right. Hold on. Let me set the timer. And Lisa, don't interrupt.
Oh, you're about to use the 2 minutes, yeah? Don't worry, I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah, don't interrupt me, Lisa. Anyways, we all agree Black Lives Matter. After further inspection, is something of an unworthy corporation. But I agree with bringing awareness to the cause. Boys, the Breonna Taylors, because this has been happening for years. I already told you it's happened to me.
Decades.
I've been discriminated against.
I too.
And if I were to document that when I had a phone back in the day and recorded it and all that stuff, I just wanted to be treated fairly. That's all I want. If I was doing wrong, then I deserve to get treated, get my fair due in court, whatever, or get sentenced or whatever. But why can't I be treated the same way how someone to my left and my right is getting treated that are different color? And it rattles through my head because I have children. I have a boy and I have 3 women. I have 4 children. So I got 3 girls and 1 boy. And I'm afraid that if they go out there, and they have such a kind heart, and we got people that are predators out there, cops that are predators, people, sexual predators, like, why? Just leave me the F alone. Let me live my life. Let me have my fence. let me have my dog, let me have my grill, let me have my wife, you know. And if I'm not performing up to par, then you get the job. I'm okay with that. Affirmative action, I don't like. I don't like affirmative action because it's like a free handout. If I'm better than Ricky, give me the job. So now I'm going to put my corn on the table, Rick, and say, which one ranks out the other? Okay? So Black Lives Matter, if it's bringing dope boys off the street and it's telling them to invest stock and it's telling them to take care of their children, then it's done my community better. That's what I can say. Out to the people.
Well, first off, I want to say it was really cool to get a conversation with all you guys and in a civil way. I've enjoyed that, especially with differing opinions. I'm going to kind of touch on everybody real quick and keep it moving here. To Deepwater, or I believe that's what his name was. I find it very interesting that anytime it comes to Black causes that matter, and this is throughout history, whether it's the Black Panthers, whether it's the Civil Rights Movement, it's always, we're all African Americans have always been told, do it this way, make me more comfortable, make me feel better about the way you feel about the injustice that you've had. When we look at any other successful revolution in world's history, it's done by making other people uncomfortable. So if it makes you feel a certain kind of way because there's an issue that's so divisive, maybe put yourself in someone else's shoes in terms of perspective and try to get an understanding about why they feel the way that they feel. Lisa, I really, really appreciate you bringing light and perspective to your issues with the Black Lives Matter website, as well as the company, it's the business company, whatever, and wherever the money's going in and of itself, because that's a total set of issues that definitely is worthy of conversation and definitely should be examined. Because if people are donating money expecting a certain outcome and that outcome isn't taking place, we have a fraud group. And I don't care if it's Black Lives, I don't care if it's Red Lives, it doesn't matter. So Lisa, I appreciate you bringing that into the fold. However, again, if I'm seeing active change in the people that are around me, if I'm seeing active change in my community, if I'm seeing awareness if I'm seeing the level of awareness being brought up about a certain issue, to me, that's a sign of progress to where other people are being empathetic about problems that don't necessarily affect them, which is the problem in our country to begin with. We generally all want the same things. We really, really do. But we get so tied down in the semantics of things that we want to dissect, we want to discredit, as opposed to let's look at what you would like to have happen and the results therein. Rick, thanks for inviting me. Mark, pleasure to meet you. Y'all hold it down. You know what it is.
Take care, brother.
Good night, y'all.
Good night, brother.
Bye-bye.
That's it.
So guys, that was and then again, I think you got almost stopped my cameras. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. We will see you on Friday with another topic, another show. Thank you so much, guys.